Hi, this is Argonax, and we talk about things that don't matter. I'm a little tardy to the party when it comes to this, but it's official, guys. GTA 6 has been delayed to May 2026, which, according to my calculations, is a really long time from now. It's no secret that GTA 6 is probably one of the most anticipated, if not the most anticipated game of all time, especially this decade and especially this console generation. It's so influential, it's so gargantuan, huge and titanic that I'm almost tempted to add a your mom joke here, but I won't, for now. GTA 6 was going to be the boogeyman of 2025. In fact, other game companies admitted that if they had a game that was coming out this year, they were going to have those games on a flexible release date, just in case if that game kinda came out at the same time as GTA 6. Because if your game comes out in roughly the same time as GTA 6, good luck. All the oxygen in the room is going to be sucked away, and no matter how big you think your game is, congratulations, it's going to be banished to the Shadow Realm because nobody cares about it. GTA 6 is coming out. But now that doesn't seem to be the case. Rockstar made it official. It's not coming out this year, it's coming out next year. And as a quick aside, it's actually rather surprising that some people were shocked by this announcement. I mean, come on. We got the first trailer a while back, but ever since then, it's been complete radio silent. Did people really think that Rockstar was going to release this game this year? Because if, let's say, a hypothetical release date would have been the holiday season of December, let's say, Rockstar would have pumped out another trailer by now, but they didn't. You're telling me the biggest and most anticipated game of all time wouldn't release a second trailer? We are almost halfway through the year. So yes, to me at least, I was not surprised by this delay. And I imagine a lot of people weren't either. But let's shift the topic away from GTA for a second. 2025 has been a great year for games so far, with a lot of great titles having been released in these past couple of months alone. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Expedition 33, Monster Hunter, the Oblivion remake. It's a really good time to be an RPG fan, huh? There's probably a couple of other games that I'm missing out here that, I'll be honest, I don't much care for. Avowed. There's still more games coming out in the coming months, but I have to ask, and do comment below if you agree with this sentiment, is it just me? Or does it feel like 2025's best games are a bit front-loaded in the year? What I mean is that, like, most of the major games, the games that people would look forward to, and games with a confirmed release date, most of the big titles seem to be releasing within the first 7 months of the year, from January all the way to July. You have the new Doom game, which is coming out in about a little over a week from the recording of this video. Elden Ring Night Reign is coming out on May 30th. The Mario Kart World game is coming out on June 5th, and Death Stranding is coming out June 26th. The only major games with a confirmed release date that I can find in the months of August and beyond is the Metal Gear remake, Borderlands 4, and I think that's it. As of right now, we don't know when Ghost of Yotei is gonna come out, Silksong, Metroid Prime 4, Mafia: The Old Country. So it does seem like most of the major games this year specifically have either already come out or are gonna come out in a couple more months. Essentially, there's a big void in the months of August all the way to December where very few big game releases are coming out. So I have to ask, if Valve wanted to release a game, a big game, a highly anticipated game, a game that people have been waiting decades for, this would be the best time to do it. Wouldn't you agree? There's already a lot of rumor and speculation, especially now that this particular game is already nearing completion. In other words, Internet Wanderer, what I'm essentially asking is, now that the boogeyman that is GTA 6 has been delayed to 2026, is it prime time for Valve to release Half-Life 3 later this year? This is probably the biggest clearing of space for a game ever. If Half-Life 3 wanted to make a splash, a big splash, with nothing else to steal its thunder, latter half of 2025 is the best time to do it.
Hello and welcome, Internet Wanderer. My name is Argonax. I make video reviews, essays, commentaries, and shorts. I hope you enjoy my content enough to do all the YouTube things, such as liking and subscribing. And special thanks to all the channel members, to who I am extremely grateful for their support. Their contributions mean the world to me, and it helps keep the channel going. So, if you'll allow me, let's get back to the topic at hand.
I know this isn't exactly the first time that I'm bringing up the possibility of Valve releasing Half-Life 3 in the year of 2025. I have actually made other videos talking about this specific topic, but if I'm being quite honest, it just makes so much sense. There is so much momentum on Valve's side right now. They have made such great progress with their other projects, from giving closure to projects that people have long assumed were abandoned, like the TF2 comics, to Valve working on new projects altogether, like with Deadlock. It just makes so much sense for them to release it this year. And other people, much more better informed than I am, have been sharing the exact same sentiment. Leaks and rumors are nothing new, especially when it comes to Half-Life 3, but the amount of volume of Half-Life 3 leaks in the last 12 months alone has been quite staggering. I have also made videos talking about this rumor surge that we are getting about Half-Life 3, so that in of itself is nothing new either. But right now, the current word on the street is there is a playable version of Half-Life 3 that you can finish start to end, and people have allegedly played it. And this isn't exactly some sort of misinformation. If you Google Half-Life 3 playable version, there's going to be so many articles and various other community figures talking about this. So the possibility of Half-Life being released this year is just becoming more and more likely. I have also made a video talking about how I was particularly worried about Half-Life 3 coming out in 2025 because I was afraid that GTA 6 would have stolen all of its thunder. Because as big as Half-Life 3 is, it's not exactly a commercial juggernaut. It's not gonna make $1 billion because of hype, because, well, let's be honest, the only thing Half-Life 3 has going for it is legacy and memes. The hype train isn't exactly something that Valve likes to leverage a lot of, because Valve doesn't really market anything that they do. Sorry if I'm rambling a little bit. It's just this community-wide schizophrenia that we all have, we hopeless Half-Life fans. In fact, Tyler McVicker made a really long video that chronicles the specific community schizophrenia that we have all had for decades now. You should go watch it. It's a great video. It's really nice to see how far we've come, collectively losing our minds over a fictional video game. In my previous video, I mentioned that Mike Shapiro, the voice actor of the G-Man, released a song on his Twitter account, which was very suspicious because Mike Shapiro doesn't post a lot to social media. The only times he ever posts is whenever there is a Half-Life game coming out. The last time he was active on Twitter was when Half-Life Alyx was preparing to be released. And sure, right now people have sifted through his post and his tweets, and it turns out, okay, it's just him releasing his own original song with nothing to do with Half-Life, allegedly. What made people really lose their mind was that in the teaser video that he posted, people made out the numbers 197. That number was so talked about, it was all the rage for all us Half-Life conspiracy theorists, but eventually it led to nothing. That was up until about a week ago or so, when Mark Laidlaw, the original writer for Half-Life 1 and 2, also released a new song. And that song is called 197-11. I swear to God, at this point, these guys are honestly just fucking with us. So you combine these playable leak teasers with Mark Laidlaw teasing us more with this 197 number, and it's just like, come on, this is guerrilla marketing 101. It has to be. It's like an ARG marketing ploy. It has to be. Either that or I'm losing it. Let's be real, I'm losing it. But it has to have more meaning than that. So, before I lose my mind and completely derail this video, because let's be real, this video has already been derailed because I don't really have much of a script to go off of, all I'll have to say is this. Just imagine, in your mind, dear internet wanderer, let's say in the later part of this year, maybe October or November, let's say, Valve decides to finally grow a pair and decide to do one of the biggest, most ballsy things that they could ever do. They shadow drop Half-Life 3. Boom, it's on the front page of Steam. But not just that, they go all the way. They make the game $59.99, a huge middle finger to Nintendo and everyone else who decides to make their games $80. And fuck it, they take it even further than that. Full modding support, day one. And on top of that, if you buy Half-Life 3, you get a free copy of Half-Life Alyx for your purchase. Because if there was ever going to be a game company right now who wanted to give a huge middle finger to the gaming industry, because if I'm being quite honest, I'm very vexed by what's been going on. These companies raising their game prices and their game console prices, thinking that us as gamers, as customers, have unlimited spending power, because we don't. Times are tough. Times are uncertain. People are losing money every single day. The economy is getting worse. And the last thing we need need is a Mario Kart game for $80 and a potential GTA 6 for $100. There's already a precedent for this. Those other great games that I mentioned that released earlier this year, the Oblivion remake, Expedition 33, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, all of these games are below the standard market price. None of them are $70. If Half-Life 3 can become the vanguard of other game companies taking a stance against raising game prices, then I will be so happy. Apologies if this video kinda derailed, even though I already mentioned this video derailing earlier. The premise of this video was supposed to be me talking about Half-Life 3 being cleared for landing because no other big game is coming out later this year, and it ended up devolving into me ranting about Nintendo and increasing game prices and the economy. Welcome to the Argonax channel. But what do you think? Do you think the latter half of 2025 is the best time to release Half-Life 3? There's no big game to be afraid of anymore. Comment your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching, Internet Wanderer. Do the YouTube things.